From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2111, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, April 18th, 2018. The search has officially begun for the next Chief Executive Officer of the American Radio Relay League.
According to ARRL.org, applications are now being accepted for the position until May 31st. The CEO will oversee the day-to-day operations of the organization. ARRL has 159,000 members, 90 paid employees, and an annual budget of $15 million. Applicants must have at least a bachelor's degree, 10 years of management experience, and have demonstrated the ability to provide effective leadership. The ARRL prefers candidates who have a master's degree and 15 years experience and are active amateur radio operators. Preferred candidates should have been an ARRL member for at least 4 years. Barry Shelley, N1VXY, was named CEO after the March 2nd retirement of Tom Gallagher, NY2RG, who served in the position for 2 years. Shelley had been the chief financial officer at ARRL for nearly 30 years and plans to retire himself within the next 18 months. Reporting for Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Neil Rapp, WB9VPG.
In Oklahoma, one ham has won top honors for taking his emergency preparedness to a new level.
It was not quite a year ago that a deadly tornado ripped through Elk City, Oklahoma, after leaving the Texas Panhandle. While no one can ever be fully prepared for what devastation follows such events, the skill and dedication of one amateur has won him recognition from his peers. Lonnie Reisenhoover, N5CH, has been named Emergency Management Director of the Year for the Southwest Oklahoma region. Lonnie is the Emergency Management Director for Beckham County, but those who nominated him pointed out that his hard work doesn't stop where the county line ends. Tillman County Emergency Manager Randy Hazley nominated Lonnie for his work to safeguard residents, most particularly during the tornado that swept through the region in May of 2017. He noted that Lonnie was already hard at work well before the tornado arrived, coordinating with first responders and partner agencies. He remained active with search and rescue in the aftermath. We here at Newsline congratulate Lonnie for a job well done. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Mike Askins, KE5CXP.
The broadcast and amateur communities are mourning the loss of a Cincinnati area radio historian. The radio world has lost a treasured figure in America's broadcast history. Veteran broadcast engineer Clyde Haines Lee was often described as the living embodiment of Cincinnati area broadcasting. Clyde had a role in building some of the Crosley broadcast innovations during his tenure at WLW, the big station just down the road from what is now the Voice of America Museum in Westchester, Ohio. He was 95 years old at the time of his death on Sunday, April 8th, but as a story on WVXU.org noted, quote, his eyes always glowed like an old radio tube, end quote, when he walked about the Voice of America complex or WLW's transmitter, which sent out 500,000 watts during World War II. He'd been a board member of the National Voice of America Museum, which named a meeting space in his honor in 2016. He was one of the biggest bolsters of the VOA Museum's Bethany Relay Station. Clyde Haines Lee will be missed by hams and non-hams alike. It's mid-April, right at the halfway point in the nominating period for the 2018 Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award. You'll find full information and the nominating form on our website, www.arnewsline.org. Just look at the top under the YHOTY tab. For the rest of this week's Amateur Radio News, please listen to the full Amateur Radio Newsline report online on a repeater near you or on shortwave radio station WTWW at 9930 and 5085 kilohertz. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at www.arnewsline.org. With Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, Mike Askins, KE5CXP, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wellbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.